In today's video, we are going to talk about the numbers behind financial crime and money laundering globally and put some understanding regarding the actual size of this issue globally. Also, we will touch base on some of the crimes those money laundering are contributing to spread globally, and if you stick to the end of this video, there will be a short preview of what's going live next week. So let's get started right now. Hi, I'm Marco Beranzoni, the person behind FinCrime Agent, the YouTube channel that is talking about topics and issues related to financial crimes and anti-money laundering. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button now to receive notification when the next videos will go live. Also, I suggest you to check the description of this video below to find some useful links and be directed to some of the contents in my videos. So let's go into the topics of today, which is what is the size of financial crime and which are the main crimes correlated to money laundering. Do you know what is the size of money laundering globally? Do you have an understanding which are the main crimes correlated to financial crime and money laundering globally? These are the topics that we will talk about in today's video and give you a closer understanding regarding the size of this issue. So let's move into the main part of the contents and let's see how much do you think is involved in financial crime. Before we actually uncover some figures, I think it's important that we talk about the definition of money laundering. How do you define money laundering? This is a definition which I have and is in line with the Proceeds of Crime Act 2002. So it's a UK legislation very important to combat money laundering in this country. So it says that money laundering includes all forms of handling or possessing criminal property, including possessing the proceeds of one's own crime and facilitating any handling or possession of criminal property. Now, this definition may sound complicated, but essentially what we are saying here is that if you have committed a crime which produces money at the back of it, or if you are receiving money that are somehow related to this crime, or if you are handling money that somehow are connected with any crime, then you are involved in one part of money laundering. So it's fairly easy to understand. There is a crime, there are funds involved. If you touch any of the money correlated to those crimes, then you are somehow connected to the money laundering aspect. So this is just to put in perspective the whole picture of money laundering that we are going to discuss today. So based on that, let's take a look and guess some of the numbers that could be behind these crimes. How much do you think is involved in money laundering globally? I've got on this slide now some of the figures I would like you to guess. So the first one is US dollar 100 million. So $100 million for the global total of money laundering. The second figure is $500 million, and then the third one which I have is for $10 billion globally. So pick one of those one and then let's take a look at what is the actual estimate. I've been a little bit cheeky with that slide. In fact, the estimate is not even close to any of those total that have been reported. The reason why I wanted to put those figures in there is to make you understand regarding the size. So probably when we talk about really large amount, not everybody can relate to those large figures. If we look at the true figure, we are looking at an estimate which is up to $4 trillion. Let me read that. $4 trillion is a 4 with 12 zero afterwards, and this is an estimate obviously because it's not possible to establish a clear figure around money laundering because it's a black market, and not all the money that are correlated to crimes are always discovered by the authorities. So it's an estimate though that we can give a lot of credit because it's been published by a study from the International Monetary Fund, and you can find the source of this information in the description below. So $4 trillion, you can imagine how big is the total amount generated globally. And if we put that close to a global GDP, which is the GDP accumulated by all countries globally, this has been estimated to be between 2 and 5% of the global GDP. On the graph in here, you can get an understanding of both the global GDP as well as the impact that money laundering has on the economy. So I hope that with these slides you managed to get closer to visualizing how big is the scale of this problem. What all this money are used for? There are obviously numerous number of crimes that are correlated to money laundering, but what is generally considered to be the main contributor are drug trafficking, corruption, the smuggling of weapons, the piracy of goods, wildlife and antique trafficking, and human trafficking. Human trafficking is one of the topics that is much closer to my heart in these days. There is the common knowledge that human trafficking and slavery is part of the past, something belonging to colonialism and many years back. However, that's really far from the truth. Unfortunately, as of 2019, the volume of human trafficking globally has reached 24.9 million, according to a study that has been issued by the Department of State. So the trafficking of people is almost 3 times the size of a city like London in the UK. I live in London, and in here we are almost 9 million people. So you need to make 2.7 London to accumulate the volume of human trafficking globally. So the human trafficking is still really big. It is denying freedom to so many people, and is a significant issue globally. What can you do if you see something that doesn't look right and you believe or you have concern that someone may be denied of their freedom because of human trafficking? Please do your reporting to your local authorities. If you are in the UK, you can call 999 or 111, or I'm sure in any countries where you are seeing this video, there will be a local police very open to hear your concerns regarding human trafficking. You can do the reporting by releasing your information, or you can do that also anonymously, but it's important that you do the right thing, and if something doesn't look right, you report it, so that all together we can do something to bring down the human trafficking globally. So let's review what we talked about today. An understanding regarding the size of money laundering, how much is this phenomenon globally accumulating every year and is increasing on a year-by-year basis. We touched base on some of the crimes correlated to money laundering, and I highlighted a little bit about human trafficking. I will talk more about human trafficking in future videos, as I think this is a really important topic, but there is a really good videos on TED, which again you can find below in the description of this video if you are interested to learn more about human trafficking. So these were the key topics covered today. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you a short preview of the video that is going live next week. So now we can take a quick look at that before we close for today. If you're watching this video, you are interested to find out more about placement, layering and integration. That's exactly what we are going to talk about today. That's it for today. I hope you found interesting the topics we have discussed in today's video. If you haven't done that yet, please subscribe to my channel so you can get notified regarding future videos going live on FinCrime Agent, and do leave your comments. Let me know what you think about the topics we are talking about, and if you have any suggestion or you would like me to uncover some more topics in the financial crime or AML space in the future. So until next time, thank you for watching and see you soon.